If you love a good, quirky mystery mixed in with humor, a dysfunctional but lovable relationship between a mother and daughter who own an antique shop set in a town that's probably Muscatine, you have to read The Trash and Treasures Mystery. This book, and the newest of that series, it's Antiques Liquidation, and the authors are husband and wife, Barbara and Max Allan Collins, who join me now, is perky as ever. After 17 of these books, you guys.
Yes, that's right.
Hi, Paula.
Hi, Paula.
Max.
17.
Oh my gosh, 17. Well,
17.
you two have written on your own. Well, Max really is, the king of that. But Barb, you've written on your own.
I have.
Some things.
I came out of short stories. So actually, when I write the first draft of this, they're a little short. Scenes are a little short. Descriptions are a little short. And so then
Then I do my pass.
Then he does his pass and bumps it up about 50 pages and adds to it, and that's how it works.
This story, it's a kind of a, I don't want to say just for girls, but it's a little girly, which I love about it. It's about these two women of different generations, a mother and daughter, and the mom is what? How would you describe Vivian?
Auntie Mame Rosalind Russell and Annie Mame.
Yeah, she's that kind, and she's the local theater diva.
Right.
She's a diva.
And she's
the local
kind of the local gossip.
Right.
She doesn't think she is. But she just happens to know all the gossips.
Well,
yeah,
and her daughter Brandy is a sassy thing, but she's smart. And this is her little dog. Whose dog is it really?
It's really Brandy. It's Sushi.
This is Sushi, and Sushi always plays a large role. She's also Sushi is also diabetic.
Right.
Yes, and needs her insulin shots. So, other than that, now I mentioned that the town is probably Serenity, but it's probably Muscatine.
Yes, it is.
Because you talk about the Button Factory and other, well, it's kind of a compilation of river towns, you think?
Yeah.
It's mostly, there's a lot going on in Muscatine.
I know. Let me show you something here. There was a little, where's that little map of Serenity?
It's right in the front. And Terry Beatty.
Okay, you probably can't see everything. Terry Beatty drew that?
Yeah, remember him, the mystery artist?
I do remember him. And so, there's the river and there's everything about the streets. And a lot of the streets correspond with streets in Muscatine.
Right.
So for somebody, if you've never read, I've read about half of these. They're hilarious. They're always very touching moments. Who writes those? You both do?
I think we both do. I think with the books, what we really want to do is feature an aspect of antiquing or collecting in each book that's different. Now, this one has to do with dead stock.
Dead stock. I'm so glad you said that.
Yeah,
I had that marked.
And dead stock is anything that maybe a merchant or a business bought, maybe put on the shelves, marked, but didn't sell, took them off, stored them away.
So it's new.
It can be old, though, too. I think one of the things we talk about here, and you mentioned the button companies, one of the things that's going up for sale in this auction of dead stock is our barrels of pearl buttons have been sealed and never opened, and so there is some fierce bidding going on some of this dead stock, maybe because some of the dead stock holds secrets that somebody doesn't want to get out.
What can you put in a barrel of buttons, Max?
Well, there could be a skeleton's hand come up out of it.
Now, come on, it is Halloween.
Could be somebody long ago.
I want to point out here at the end of just about every chapter is a trash and treasures tip, and then there's the explanation of dead stock. Unused inventory of any kind is never ever sold for a variety of reasons. It fell out of fashion, was stored and forgotten. But this is so there are real things to learn.
Oh yeah.
Yes, there are, and now. If you put in dead stock, you can, they can be just sunglasses. They can be fashions that went out of fashion, but for one reason or another, it's merchandise new that never sold.
So that's
this can go all the way back to years and years and years if you've had
vintage dead stock.
Vintage.
We have Fiesta ware.
Yeah,
which was an early version of it that it wasn't popular, that all the Fiesta ware collectors want to have.
Yes.
Right.
All of these things and more in a book that's so entertaining. Number 17 in a series of the Trash and Treasures Mysteries. And you fall in love with these gals and the crazy characters in and out of their lives. And then there's always someone who's going to perish.
Well,
Definitely.
I
Yeah.
want to give Barb a lot of credit because she had the this notion of doing an individual mystery, every story that resolves,
Yes.
but having kind of a soap opera thing.
It really does. It's very fun to read.
Goes book to book.
Yeah, so you've got sort of a end,
Yeah.
a little tag at the end.
MaxAllanConnells.com, and these two working their magic once again. I love knowing you guys. Thank you so
You
much.
too.